Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Just gonna give a second for everyone to kind of get online here and get a little bit set up. Just give me 1 second here. I have to be able to turn it on so I can see your comments because my phone is quite a bit ahead of me. Get some more light there. It's kind of dark. This is what happens when I come on so late at night. All right. Hi Whitney, how are you doing tonight? Okay. Move all my stuff out of the way. Hi Maria. All right, so tonight we are going to recreate my snow card. I posted it last night and everybody seems to really like it. And believe it or not, it's quite easy because there's no stamping. So we're gonna take a look and recreate it and see how it goes. Hi Jamie. So that's it, let's get going. So first thing here that we're gonna do, I'm kind of cheated to make this go faster. I already cut my base and my layer 1 and layer 2, standard sizes, nothing fancy here. So we're going to take our white piece, which is, I have no idea, 5 1/4 by 4, yes. And we are going to use our Softly Falling Embossing Folder. And we're gonna make it look like it's snowing. Thank goodness it isn't snowing because I don't like the cold. I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite ready for winter, and I know I should be because it's pretty much almost December. So I'm just gonna put the embossing folder all the way up. The reason being is I want limited snow up top. I kind of want it to be bare. Cutting plate down. Make sure the seam once again is going in first. And plate on top. And crank it through. Sorry, I know the camera moves a little bit. Hi Jill. As soon as I bring the big shot it moves, but don't get motion sick on me. Okay. Pop that guy out. Now we have our snow layer. Just gonna put it a bit out of the way. And now we're gonna get to the hard work. Honestly, this card looks fantastic, but it's so simple. Here's this guy. Now I'm gonna use my magnetic plate and we're going to cut out the layers. So this is using the large letters framelits die. It's a huge set. But it's kind of become, I don't know, I haven't used it as much as I should, and now I'm really trying to, which is a good thing. So I'm just gonna cut out in crumb cake S, N, and W because I'm going to use the O as a wreath. So crank this guy through. Oh my gosh, Santa needs to bring me new cutting plates. That sounds atrocious. It's really bad. Cut these guys out. And just put it to the side. Now that's gonna be kind of my base layer. So this is kind of a modified eclipse in the way that I still have a shadow that I'm creating myself rather than cutting it out from the base. So I'm just gonna grab a white scrap and do the same thing but with white. I am using my magnetic plate. You could use your other base plate. I'm just so lazy when it comes to big shotting that I think the magnetic plate should be the only thing created because it does everything I need. All right. I see a few more people have joined in. I can't see who you are unless you say hi, and that makes me super sad. So say hey when you come on, interact with me. Makes me feel like I'm doing something exciting. So popping these guys out. All right. And that's it. That is all our big shotting for tonight. So we can move that. Okay. Now what we need to do is kind of create the minimal shadow. The reason being is if I just did this on white, you're going to literally lose the letters completely. I know, Maria, right? Once you start using these framelits and everything, it's too addictive. You kind of can't stop, which is why this is now my 3rd or 4th version of this card. Fantastic. So I'm going to use glue dots just to attach the letters. So I just kind of put this where there's a big thick spot. I always put my letter down on the glue dot and then lift up rather than the other way around. This kind of gives me a little bit more control and not sticky fingers, which is also a good thing. So that's what we're gonna do, the S, and then you're just gonna take the crumb cake one and kind of create a super minimal shadow. The S, for whatever reason, is not easy. It's the only hard one. Once you're done that one, you're kind of laughing. I think it's because the bottom of the S is larger than the top, and it just doesn't seem to cooperate quite as well with me. But that's fine. All right, throw some glue dots on this guy. And same thing. Now we're gonna do a shadow at the end. And this doesn't have to be perfect. It is literally just so that the things pop out and you can see it a little bit better. So you could do more, you could do less, whatever works. And the W, last one. Get those glue dots out of the way. Hi, Aaliyah. Okay. And there's that guy. So that's done. Super, super easy. Not hard at all. Now we're going to get our mini dimensionals. Reason being is we need to dimensional little layers. Whitney, seriously, everybody can make these cards. My sister came over this past week. She is not a crafty person. She doesn't exactly like crafting, but she indulged me for a night and she went home so proud of herself, so excited, because honestly, if you take the time and you come over and you learn, you can make any of this stuff. I promise it's not as hard. When you see the finished product, it looks professional, it looks difficult, but anybody can do it. I know Aaliyah can attest to that. She's been helping me. I have a retail order that has been kind of taking up all my lack of free time that I already don't have. And she's been over here kind of big shotting, hey Cody, and helping. So I honestly, when I say anyone can do it, I kind of mean it. So with this W, just kind of line up your shadow to the corner of the edge. That's how you're going to know you have enough room for the whole letter. And then we're going to do the S next to kind of give us a bit of an idea of where we're laying stuff out. Now, as you see, I'm not being overly liberal with the mini dimensionals. You don't need to be. It's going to hold. You want it to look popped up. Now, a little trick. How the heck are you going to get this even? I don't know. There might be a better way. This is my super cheap, easy way. Throw down your bone folder on the bottom of the W. Go to the far side, and guess what? If they line up, perfect. You did it. You're even. Super good tip, right guys? I love those common sense tips because they're something we so often forget about and we can all revisit them. Okay. And the last little guy here. So once again, using my bone folder, and this one's a bit easier because I'm also going to line it up with the top of the S. There we go. That's that, easy peasy. Now, we need to kind of make this look like something. So, before we do the exciting part that you're all waiting for of making the O, we're going to attach this down to the next layer. You can use whatever adhesive you'd like. I'm just going to use Fast Fuse. Hi, Corey. Reason being is I just think it's so easy. So when you're using Fast Fuse, when you get to the end, check it off so that you kind of run off the tail and you're not left over with a bunch of goop. Also at Onstage, we learned a lot of people are pushing down too hard on Fast Fuse. Light, look at this, majestic, super simple, easy. You don't have to be mean to it. It's not going anywhere. All right, that guy down. So this is crumb cake. It's just gonna make your shadow layer base pop a little bit more. So there's that guy. Now we're going to take, these are the boxed wreath embellishments. They come in a pack of, it must have been 12. I've used a ton of them, which is good. So they come really small and you kind of just, there is a wire on them and you kind of just have to find the wire, take it apart, and make it into a little circle that's going to be bigger. And you can fluff these guys out a little bit because they get a little bit scrunched in the box. Now, don't worry too much about the end piece where they meet. Reason being is that's where we're going to put our bow. So it's okay if it's a little overlap there. So you're going to take this guy. Once again, we're going to go back to our glue dots. What I do is I find a few of the leaves that are flat. So if I were to lay this down, you can get an idea that, hey, this one that's beneath would be a good one, and then I need to find 2 more. So I'm going to mark that one where I was, take my glue dot, same thing, stick it down, pop it up, and then this is going to give me the layout that I want. Maybe. There we go. Then for the other 2, this is where I just use my nails, pull it up, find one that's layering up where I need it to go, push it down, and I'll do one on the 3rd side. Kind of same thing, find a little guy and push it down, and then just manipulate that a little bit more. Last step for this guy to make it look like an official Christmas wreath, we're going to take our double stitched ribbon and we're going to make a bow. I know we all hate bows. I'm not very good at bows either, but they look so nice. So we're going to try. And this is going to show you guys that I know bows suck. I know they're hard, but they're hard for all of us. So I find it's best to take more than you need and literally just make it work. I know that I go backwards on this. Reason being is I wanted a really flat part where it ties, and that's how I find it really ties flat. So see how there's no bulge there? And kind of on the other side, both are flat. Thanks, Aaliyah. So I do that, reason being we're going to also put a glue dot on it. Now this ribbon's kind of cool because one side is stitched that way and the other side's crosses, but I think it's kind of cute on the bow because you get both. So it adds just a little bit more dimension. So fluff this out till you're happy. I think that side's even better. Done and done. Grab your snips. Don't do what I did and cut into your finger. Cut away from your finger. This is basic like safety that I seem to have missed this week. Flag those down. Grab a glue dot. Again. So push down, pop it up, and then just kind of put it right where the 2 pieces intersect. Ta-da! Now we're gonna get our card base. Now if you remember from last week, I said if I do a horizontal card, I still cut it this way. Reason being is I find if you do it like a peak, it's gonna fall flat, and I don't know, it drives me insane. So maybe this is my type A personality coming through. Bone folder, score that across. Grab some more fast fuse on this guy. One more. And now here's the hard part because you're left with hardly any white border. So this is probably the hardest part of the whole card. Ta-da! We did it. So there's the final product. And it says snow. So no stamping, super nice card. And now when you open it up, you have tons of room. And when you stand it up, it's going to stand like that, which is kind of hard to tell. But imagine it standing like that on a mantle. It's never going to fall. This can be displayed all Christmas long. Thank you, Corey. This is a perfect bundle set to ask Santa for this year. The letter framelits, embossing folders, you name it. All right, guys, thanks for watching another Tips and Techniques Tuesday. I will see you next week. Bye, guys.